Sau đây, chúng tôi xin trân trọng giới thiệu cùng quý vị cô Von Trần, đại diện ông John Whitmire, thị trưởng thành phố Houston, cùng các vị dân cử hay đại diện các văn phòng dân cử bước lên sân khấu trao tặng nghị quyết Proclamation cho các vị đại diện cộng đồng người Việt quốc gia tại Houston và vùng phụ cận. Xin mời bác sĩ Chu Văn Cương và đại tá Hải quân Nguyễn Đức Trọng lên sân khấu thay mặt cộng đồng người Việt quốc gia để nhận Proclamation.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I would like to invite Ms. Von Tran, Director of Planning and Development of the City of Houston. I would like to invite Ms. Tiffany Thomas, Councilwoman of District F. I would like to invite Councilman Edward Pollard. Please come onto the stage. Representing the office of Mayor John Whitmire. Unfortunately, Mayor Whitmire cannot be here today, so these are the representatives who will present the proclamation to the Vietnamese community.
Xin chào quý vị, tôi rất vui đến này. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Mayor John Whitmire could not join us this evening, but he sends us his best wishes. As you may know, Mayor John Whitmire appointed me to the position of Director of the Planning and Development Department last July. With my appointment, along with the appointments of Sandy Gall, Director of the Houston Public Library, and Gigi Lee as Director of the International Affairs, and Metro Van Tien, who is here with us, Mayor John Whitmire has delivered on his promise to ensure that his leadership team represents the faces of our city, including the faces of our Vietnamese and Asian community. He asked me to do the honor of presenting to you this proclamation commemorating the 50-year anniversary of the fall of Saigon, marking the end of the Vietnam War. It reads, whereas 50 years ago, on April 30th, 1975, millions of Vietnamese individuals fled their homeland in the aftermath of the Vietnam War in search for freedom, with hundreds of thousands tragically losing their lives during the perilous journeys to escape the grip of communism. Whereas a significant number of Vietnamese refugees found sanctuary in the United States, particularly in Houston, where they established new lives and made substantial contribution to the economy, culture within this vibrant city, thereby becoming an integral part of its diverse fabric. Whereas the City of Houston encourages all Houstonians to honor the sacrifices made in the name of freedom and to reflect on the enduring resilience of the Vietnamese community. With honor, I'm presenting to you this proclamation whereby Mayor John Whitmire proclaims April 27th, 2025 as the Vietnam War Commemoration Day in Houston, Texas. Thank you. I appreciate you having us here.
Next is Mr. Edward Pollard, nghị viên khu vực J của thành phố Houston, Council Member for District J of the City of Houston.
Well, good evening to all of you all. It is a pleasure to be with you on this afternoon. My name is Edward Pollard. I have the honor of representing you all on the Houston City Council for District J. I'm also the proud son of a Vietnam veteran who served from 1967 to 1969. He served in the Marines, and he wanted me to share these words with you all today, that the many servicemen and women that fought on our behalf to have these freedoms that we enjoy today, we stand on their shoulders. And to all the families that are here representing the men and women who served, I want to thank you all. Thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for your love, your support. It is important for us as a community and as a city, the most diverse city in America, to ensure that we remember, commemorate, and pay respects for all those who fought and sacrificed and laid it all on the line so that we could be here today. So to all the families, to all the veterans, I salute you. God bless you all.
And next is Miss Tiffany Thomas, council member for District F of the City of Houston.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Oh, we can do better than that. Good evening, everyone. I'm Tiffany D. Thomas, your Houston City Council member. I represent District F on the west side, the best side of Houston. And one of the reasons why I always say it's the best side is because of people like you. You are what give our city its flair and what I call the cultural currency. But before I offer more remarks, I know protocol has been established by acknowledging our elected officials. I do see my predecessor, former Councilmember Richard Nguyen. He was in the audience. Let's acknowledge Councilmember Richard Nguyen. And then also our A-Leaf ISD Superintendent and Trustee Lily Trong. Thank you for allowing us to celebrate and honor this momentous occasion at an A-Leaf ISD property. And as a proud A-Leaf ISD grad, it's always good to see partnership in community. Let me say this, I am always excited to join with my friends and neighbors in the Vietnamese community, and normally we are celebrating when we join together. But this is a time of reflection. This is a time of remembrance, especially as stories change and the new generation often forgets about our history. So today is so important because we get to punctuate in the city, and not just in this community, the importance of the war. The Vietnam War was no ordinary conflict. And what was described earlier by our dignitaries, that it took more than just the United States to join with Vietnam, but it also took other countries. And that is just an example of what we do in the city of Houston every day. It takes all of us to represent this city. So I want to thank our veterans, I want to thank their families for the sacrifice, and I want to thank the community that's standing with them today. I want to acknowledge, my grandfather was a veteran of World War II. So although my family didn't fight in the Vietnam conflict, I understand how important it is when families are separated during this time. And for those who think of this moment and have heartache and being displaced from your family, I want you to know that I am glad that you have decided to call Houston home. And not just Houston, but A-Leaf, Texas. God bless Houston and God bless the United States of America.
Thank you, Ms. Tiffany Thomas. And next I would like to introduce to you the first Asian American to be Metro Police Chief. Both of his parents are Vietnamese. He was born in Vietnam, and now he was promoted to the Chief of Police of the Metropolitan. So would you put your hands together and welcome Chief Ban Tin. Definitely.
Hello everyone, good evening. Before I start, those that have served, as a soldier, first responder, whoever you may be, give yourself a round of applause. Come on, y'all can do a lot better than that. I know there's a lot there that have served. As we have said, we are one nation under God, for liberty and justice for all. Because of you and people like you, this is why we are that one nation under God. So thank you for your service and thank you for what you do. But I'm honored to be here today. 50 years ago, when Saigon fell, it seems like it's a distant past, but nevertheless, some of our guest speakers have spoken earlier, perhaps some may have forgotten, but people like me will always appreciate that. Just no background, besides being a Metro Police Chief, I'm also a soldier, American soldier. Currently serving as a Army Reservist and the rank of a First Sergeant. But because of me and people like me, I always appreciate those iconic moments. But frame of perspective, some have mentioned 58,000 Americans lost their lives. Hundreds of thousands of South Vietnamese soldiers lost theirs. Perhaps hundreds of other thousands was impacted severely. Some, those who laid to rest in Arlington, will never get the opportunity to come home and say goodbye to their family. Families in Vietnam were separated. It's a tragedy happened over 50 years ago, but today this is not about the tragedy, it's all about the triumph. The triumph meaning the fact that because of the tragedy, a lot of Vietnamese that immigrated this country have made this country great. They are now doctors, lawyers, elected officials, perhaps one day maybe the President of the United States. The west part of town is all occupied mostly by Asian. We have street signs that name after the street names. I can go on and on and on. And most importantly, because of a tragedy, my wife was born in 1975 in a place called Fort Chaffee after evacuation from Saigon. Matter of fact, she's in a crowd. Would you please rise to be recognized as well? There you go, the young lady in a pink dress. She's taken, all right? But nevertheless, this is a super iconic day. I'm excited to be here, and thank you for this opportunity. And I will end with this. This is remarkable, meaning the fact that we as Asian Americans have this moment to be in this great country, to serve a great purpose, and continue to grow. And all those have served, and all those have family that have served, thank you for all you do. We are super grateful for all things you have done. And this events like this will never be forgotten. It is a debt we can never pay in full. But every year we remember you, commemorate you, and memorialize you. It's this little interest we paid every year. So thank you.
Thank you, Chief Band Team.